You've got to be kidding me. After everything Paul Heyman preached about loyalty, after every word Seth Rollins said about being a revolutionary, after months of deception and manipulation, Roman Reigns just returned and reminded the entire world exactly who he is. The tribal chief didn't just walk back into that arena. He rewrote the entire WWE script in one night. What happened an hour ago isn't just another shocking moment. It's a complete reset of power, loyalty, and dominance. Paul Heyman is finished. Seth Rollins may never recover. And yes, there's a new Shield member that no one saw coming. You think you know who it is? You don't. Not even close. Because what unfolded tonight is one of the most brilliant, devastating, and psychologically charged moments in wrestling history. Roman Reigns has changed the game forever. Picture this. The night begins with Seth Rollins in the ring, draped in arrogance, basking in the spotlight. He's preaching about being the savior of WWE, the architect who rebuilt this house brick by brick after Roman's downfall. He mocks the bloodline. He ridicules the tribal symbolism. He calls himself the real head of the table. And just when you think the ego trip can't get any bigger, he invites out Paul Heyman. The crowd explodes, half in shock, half in disgust. The wise man, looking broken yet defiant, steps into the ring. Heyman starts tearing Roman apart verbally, calling him a tyrant, a dictator, a false god who demanded worship instead of earning respect. The betrayal stings through every word. Seth laughs, soaking it all in, thinking he's pulled off the greatest coup in modern wrestling history. He wraps his arm around Heyman's shoulder, believing he's standing tall over the ashes of the tribal chief's empire. But then, the lights go out. Total blackout. The crowd erupts. The air turns electric. You can hear the panic, the anticipation, the disbelief. And then it happens. The familiar rhythm of the Shield's theme hits the speakers, but it's not the same. This version is darker, heavier, corrupted by fury. The bass rattles the arena, and smoke floods the ramp. Fans are screaming. Phones are up. This isn't nostalgia, this is a warning. The lights return slowly, and through the smoke, a silhouette emerges. Roman Reigns. But he's not alone. Standing beside him is Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf himself, making his long-awaited debut. The bloodline has just evolved. This isn't the bloodline we knew. This is something far more dangerous. Dressed in black tactical gear, with a cold, militaristic precision, Roman and Fatu make their way to the ring. The crowd is in pure chaos. Seth's face drains of color. Paul Heyman looks like he's staring into the eyes of his own destruction. Roman's gaze never leaves Seth. The predator has returned for his prey. Seth tries to reason with him, pleading, bringing up the brotherhood, the years of unity, the bond they once shared. Roman doesn't blink. He looks right through him and says 3 chilling words. You chose wrong. And then, boom, a Superman punch that nearly caves in Seth's jaw. The crowd gasps as Seth hits the mat hard. Jacob Fatu follows up with a thunderous headbutt that nearly knocks Seth out cold. Together, they hoist him up and, with perfect synchronization, drive him through the canvas with a double powerbomb that shakes the entire ring. The era of mercy is over. But it doesn't stop there. Roman turns his attention to Paul Heyman. The man who once called himself the wise man is on his knees, begging for forgiveness, crying out that he was manipulated, that Seth forced his hand. Roman says nothing. The silence is more powerful than any words.